And there we are. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Pastrami Nation. We are the meat of pop culture. Welcome to the Pastrami Nation podcast. We are back with our second episode of 2021, and it's a special episode. We have special guests. We have a special topic. Let me go ahead and introduce to you who we have. First of all, we have fellow co-founder of Pastrami Nation, Jason Smith.
Hi, everybody.
And we have two returning guests with us. We have, known as Interstate 19 in the hat world, we have John Beare.
Don't poke the bear.
And then we have graphic designer, Ink Parks, Jon Ramirez. Welcome back.
Howdy, y'all.
The legend.
Welcome.
Yeah, absolutely. The legend. We're all wearing his work as we speak.
Yes.
It's the team hat, the High Desert team hat.
Exactly.
Awesome.
Yeah. If you don't have one of these, you're missing out. But let's go ahead first. We always give away things, so let me throw that out there. Because we're talking hats today, we will be giving away a $50 HatClub Gift Card, as well as a gift certificate for a Pastrami Nation combo at Apollo Burger in Victorville.
Can I win that?
No, you can't.
Yeah.
And all you have to do is leave a comment, whether you're watching on Facebook, YouTube, or on Twitter. Leave a comment, and Sunday at midnight we will close all the comments, and Monday we'll announce the winners. So that's all you have to do. So let's go ahead, jump right into it. First, since we are talking hats, guys, have we picked up any new hats lately? Anything we want to talk about or show off or anything?
Picked up a few.
I
want me to go first?
You two.
What about you, John?
I might have added one or two.
1 or 2 or 14?
As he has a wall of hats.
I'm slowing down in my old age, though. I mean, there's some guys out there now that are just running laps around me, and I'm not even mad. I mean, more power to them. That used to be me back in the day, but I see some stuff come up. Yeah, I'll tell you what. I hit for 2020. I hit 98. I got 98 new hats for the entirety of 2020, and I've got 3 more on their way right now. And when those arrive, 4 more on the way right now. And when those arrive, it'll be 33 that I've gotten so far in 2021.
Wow. We're only in February.
And you're
crazy.
slowing down.
Yeah, right. But
For me,
some of the stuff
it has to be something very special for me to pick up. You know what I mean?
Okay.
It has to be like, oh, dude, like the colorway has to be something like cool. Like I just picked up I think it was the Blue Jays. It was the purple and red.
Oh, sweet.
Oh, nice.
The red bottom. So I really like that one. I picked up before they go out. I had to pick up.
Oh yeah,
Chief Wahoo, yeah.
Chief Wahoo.
And the embroidery on this one from Hat Club was amazing with the gold side patch. And then I had some deliveries from Hat Club.
Oh, sweet. I know that hat.
That's awesome.
And then me and Pierre's.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, sweet.
That's nice. Yeah, that's
awesome.
really nice.
And then the Hat Club drop. People are still asking.
Yeah, I would love to get that one. I missed out on it.
And of course,
beautiful hat.
The High Desert team hat. We're all rocking that.
Yes.
So those were just a few. Oh, and then speaking of snakes that didn't make the other hat company, this one and the LA Mambas. I'll be getting my LA Mambas this week as well.
Oh,
So
sweet.
I did that with Capologist.
Not bad.
Awesome.
I want to give a shout out to my friend Derek from Quebec. He did some exhaustive research. He's an old school Montreal Expos fan, and he did a lot of research, and he's trying to get all of the old Montreal Expos minor league affiliates caps made, and he got Hat Club to come up with a few of them.
Oh, sweet.
Those look so nice.
Wow.
Of course, I have to have them. I got the the Rockford Expos, the Burlington Expos, and the Wichita Arrows, which
I like that one. I missed that one. That one came on.
Yeah, so
I'm always so afraid of white panel fronts, though. I love the look of them, love it, the white panel look and the front. But I'm always afraid to like they're gonna get dirty or something like that.
Don't wear it to a Disneyland. I've made that mistake.
No, I would never do that.
Yeah, somewhere where you're gonna sweat long term. You know,
Disneyland is a black guts, black under. It's just a hat that you just want to, kind of show off, but let you're gonna wear.
Yes, exactly.
The worst is when you wear a hat to a place like, you wear a hat because, you're like, yeah, that hat looks good. That's what I'm feeling today. That's what I'm going to wear. And then you go to where you're going to go. You realize it's about 20 degrees warmer than you anticipated. And you're immediately regretting wearing that hat, but you're going to be there for the next 8 hours.
But that's why you bring the backup, John. You always bring the backup.
I just don't go to Disneyland.
Oh yeah.
Nobody does right now. So.
Well, yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Jason, what about you? Any new hats lately?
What did I get? Let's see. I got them right here. I got this one it was the pre-order Pink Lemonade, the Cardinals.
Great logo.
I like that fat bird design, like I try to go after it every time it's offered. And then I got this Colorado Rocky,
it's like a pale yellow.
Pale yellow and lavender. I thought that was a good color combination. And I always like that's the best Rockies logo in the world, if not one of the best logos in the world. And what else? I picked up this one, Frosty the Snowman, because why not, And look at that, Frosty the Snowman.
And wear it all year round.
Well, there's an inside joke with me and that at work too, so it's kind of fitting too, from Christmas party incident from a few years back. And then I picked up this one. Well, not a new era, it's the Fanatics branded. I just thought it was cool, like old school Calgary Flames has always been one of my favorite logos, favorite jerseys too.
I had a guy do
this masterpiece right here.
Have you ever seen an Atlanta Flames hat?
Yes, it was a snapback.
I don't understand what that means. No,
I've got. Hey, as a matter of fact, it's right.
I see it. It's right there.
Yeah, I see it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Such a cool logo too.
It is. It really is. Of course.
Like TJ in the
Atlanta's
comments.
now had 2 NHL franchises. Both of them left Atlanta, and I think that automatically you don't get another crack at it. That's it.
No
more. You don't get another crack at the NHL or any. I think that should be a rule for any sport. If you lose 2 franchises, that's it. You don't ever get another shot at it.
I did do a fictitious team for Atlanta coming up, so.
Ooh, I can't wait for that.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. I don't know if you guys saw the Sports World thing today about the MLB with the NHL crossover.
Yep. He's not happy.
My wallet's I'm dreading having that conversation with my wife.
Well, for me, there's 2 out of those, for sure. To try for Angels and Rockies.
2 musts.
Angels and Rockies look amazing.
Yeah.
What hats did you pick up, Nolan?
Oh yeah, I got some. Hats. Yep. So I got my pre-order in.
Oh, nice.
Pink lemonade. Yep.
Yeah, the Oni.
You like that look. I mean, you're a big proponent of that logo, aren't you?
I love this logo. I absolutely do. It's actually the one that got me into Dionic because Jason had picked up the pink one, and I always give him crap they're not real teams. How can you like them? I saw that and I was like, oh my god. So I got that hat too on the pre-order. So I was happy to get this one.
Yeah, Danny's good.
Yeah, at Dionic, I love their work. I have so many Dionic hats, it's ridiculous. I'm happy that I finally got some Rocky hats. I hadn't had any, so I got this one with like a clay bottom.
The pumpkin spice.
I love this one. It looks so cool. I'm a little worried to wear it because, it's kind of whitish. And then I got John's favorite hat.
Oh man.
Is the mountain straight though? Is the mountain straight?
No, he pointed it out in my post.
No,
He was like, it has the same defects.
That's the Kathy Lee Gifford sweatshop special.
Oh, jeez.
That's the Hoda and Kathy Lee special.
What's that?
That's the Hoda and Kathy Lee special.
Man,
that's probably a
if you're
dated
going to do a
reference, but
straight
yeah.
line on the logo and you're going to put it on a hat, you better make sure it's a straight line.
Well, they're always high in Colorado anyway, right? So probably looks straight to them.
Yeah. I gotta say, as a Rockies fan, I've been a Rockies fan since their inception, and they're not very good. They've been good, in very short spurts.
They should have went to the World Series that
year.
They should have.
What year?
That year they got robbed. Was it Boston? Was it Boston or San Diego where the guy didn't touch home plate? And
oh, that was the Rockies. No, that was the year we went to the World Series.
No, you did go. Yes, you lost.
He did touch the plate. Yeah.
Yes. That was you guys that. Oh, okay. Never mind.
Oh yeah, no, that was Matt Holliday. Yeah.
I think you just called your team out, bro.
But it's funny to me.
Off to a rocky start.
But it's funny to me after all these years of people just ignoring the Rockies, all of a sudden, everybody is just that's their go-to now, or the Rockies stuff.
I think it's been a couple teams. The Rockies, the colorways. I think the logo is a good logo that no one's kind of looked at before, and I think. I don't know, growing up, you only wore the team that you rooted for,
Right.
for the most part.
Right.
But now, I'll rock a Cleveland hat. I'll rock, whatever kind of hat now because I like the logo. I've always been I've lived here in, California. Love the Dodgers, but always have loved the Boston Red Sox logo. So, I'll rock a Red Sox hat. So yeah. I don't think it's the same as it used to be. People are just rocking hats now because one, they like the color, and two, they like the logo. And I think Rockies is one of them. I think Arizona is another one that have really come up with some fantastic colorways, and probably Florida, the Marlins as well.
The Florida Marlins.
Look at see.
I just hate when you. Well, if you're rocking a hat, say a Florida Marlins, I hate when you actually come across that Florida Marlins fan. He starts asking you about a player, you're just like, yeah, sure,
Hey, I just bring up D-Train, Dontrell Willis, man. He was my favorite.
Exactly.
My favorite player from that team.
Yep. Oh yeah, good old Dontrell.
JB, is the mountain logo the Rockies' best logo? TJ is asking you, bro. Mr. Beare.
I'm sorry, my internet was acting funky again. What's TJ wanting to know?
He says, is the mountain logo the Rockies' best logo?
I'm a purist. I like the CR. To me, the CR, I hope they never change it. I don't mind the mountains as an alternate, but I hope they never make that logo their primary logo. I would like to see in another 100 years, if every team except the Yankees and Dodgers are keeping the same logo, I would like that CR to be one that never changed. Just like I hope they never change from the purple.
Yes, the purple kind of makes them,
Yeah, but that's just me, and that's just me speaking. That's my very biased opinion as a Rockies fan.
I think as a team logo, I think the CR is great, but I think as a fashion and merchandise logo, the mountains is better. I think it's going to sell more merch for them.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
Like they're not going to change that, but they could come up with an additional logo, kind of like the Rockies have the mountains.
Yes.
So
there we go. We have the word from the biggest Rockies fan I know, easily.
Somebody's gotta like them.
There you go. And before we jump into talking about good hats, let me repeat again that we are giving away a $50 HatClub gift card, as well as a combo meal for the Pastrami Nation combo over at Apollo Burger. All you have to do is leave a comment wherever you're watching this. So YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, leave a comment that enters you in, and we close it Sunday at midnight. Monday we'll draw, and we will post the winners. So keep commenting, and let us know what hats you've picked up. If you agree about that Rockies logo, if you agree that the CR is more iconic, or if you think the mountains are a better choice. Let's see if John will change his mind. I don't think so. But let's go ahead and talk to Ink Park, John, about Good Hats, brand new company that's putting out already some pretty fantastic hats. So the floor is yours, sir.
Yeah, so Good Hats was a thing between me and Beare, another super collector like Jon Beare himself. And, Pierre's one of those guys that just
light years ahead of me.
I don't know, John could speak for him. He's just one of the, he's got that magnetic personality. He's a little crass, but he's one of those guys that'll give you the shirt off his back if he had to. You know what I mean? Great collector, been great for the community. The hat community has really grown, and it's really a group of these guys that have just said, hey, let's make a community that unlike any other. We're all in the baseball collecting card community, right? Probably not as back in the day, and then the sneakerhead kind of community as well. But I would say the hat community, especially the fitted hat community, is pretty big, and it just keeps growing. A lot of youth that's coming in, and the people at the top are the ones that are kind of helping to dictate that how it should go. Like, we're cool, everyone gets along. You need help, hey, I got your back. So it's been really good. And so, me and Beare have become fast friends over a short amount of time, just because we just gelled really well. So we had talked about this a while back, about just doing something that would give back. Because as the motto says, we just want to give a little good. The world needs a little bit of good, right? So Good Hats has a couple things about them. Beare wants to pick a charity and donate his portion of whatever the hats are made. Because like he says, I don't need to make any more money. He's like, I have a good living. I could support my family and kids, and I can still buy hats. So he wants to give his portion to charity. And I said, by all means, my friend, do that. He also wants to give back to the artists. So a lot of artists don't make as much on per hat sales as maybe they should. I don't know. I'm pretty new to the hat world as far as designs goes. And so that's one of the things that he wants to try to do as well. But the most important thing is we want to partner with individuals like Jon Beare and you guys when we did the Mojave Greens here, and just come up with really cool iconic logos that one, people will wear, and two, a team would wear. This could be an actual team. There's other companies doing custom hats as well. We just wanted to do limited edition. So if you missed out on this hat, this colorway, that's it. You're not going to see this again. Now, if Mr. Beare and you guys want to put out another colorway, we'll do that.
Very nice.
That's what Good Hats is about. It's about, man, I got this hat, and it's a collector's piece. It's, the funds went to a good place, and you have something you can put on your mantle and wear proudly. So that's Good Hats in a nutshell.
That's awesome.
It is. It's so cool to know that you are giving back and helping, but you're helping bring the the artist creativity to life. Like to be a part of the creative process and making this one. I mean, it was so cool to be able to chat with all of you and Eddie as well, and we got to talk about about this idea that Jon had, and we got to see all the stages of it. We saw the different sketches, we saw how it went, and I've never been involved in designing a hat before. I love hats. I've always loved hats. So it was so cool to see this realized. And let me tell you, everybody, if you're watching this is an amazing hat. Like see and hold this in person, it's
an honor to wear this,
Yeah. And the pictures don't do it justice. Ink Park, Jon took pictures and sent it to us and it looked fantastic. But once you're holding it, it's a totally different story.
Yeah. I have to relate an experience. I told Pierre, I was like, I thought Jon was holding his child for the first time. He was just and you could probably attest to this. He was just standing there like quietly looking at his hat like, wow, I can't believe it got made.
I witnessed that. That was awesome.
It was. He was like in awe. It was the coolest thing. And that to me, like no amount of money or anything, that the process in which like we all work together and like your inputs and sending you guys the sketches and you guys going, yeah, that's to me, that is the best part of being, and that's what this is about. Like as we're talking, Big Dave, we're doing a collab with Big Dave as well. And so I finally had an idea. I sent it to him and he loves it. He absolutely loves it. So, his input and all that stuff. And so, that's what this is about. This is you guys being able to communicate with the designer and having a whole process in which that happens. So sometimes you just send an idea to a designer and you're like, this is what I want. And what you get back might not be exactly it. And Christoph is in the comments as well. Me and Christoph did the same thing. Actually we have a hat that's, little insight that's possibly getting made right now. And it was all Christoph's idea. And I just tried to bring it to life for him. And super excited about that as well. So again, limited quantities, and be on the lookout for if you want to be able to purchase some of these. We just had a pre-order. I think me and Pierre are going to try to do a pre-order every few weeks, but we're also just going to make hats. So when we're going to do some shock drops as well. So the next ones that we have, we had one pre-order, but there'll be 2 shock drops in that order. So you'll have to get on there when they're on there because they will go quick. So pretty exciting stuff, but yeah,
it's good stuff. And it's for somebody who's been a collector for as long as I've been a collector. With the onset of social media, say around 2010, when I first started connecting with collectors, and we were a really small community. I never in my wildest imagination would have thought that in 10 years it would be what it is. The community would be what it is, and it's, it wasn't just me. It wasn't just, a lot of people like to give me credit for being, the old school and, a lot of stuff that I've accomplished, but I know while I was doing my thing, I know there were people who were doing their thing, and there were, so many other people who were doing the same thing I was doing. We just never really connected. And once we connected, to just watch it grow and grow and grow, and to come to this point where you and Pierre are collaborating on this Good Hats, it's incredible. It's a lot of pride for me just to see the community be what it is.
Yeah, I agree with you, TJ. He is. And and that was the whole point, right? How you just read it.
Yeah.
And that was the whole point. Like, I remember hearing stories about when you were posting your stuff, Jon, hearing stories like you telling stories about how people were giving you a hard time. In other words, kind of spewing some hate on you. And it's like, that's what you didn't want in the community. And that's one of the things why I like Pierre, because he puts a stop to that. Like, no, that's not what we're about. drop that. And that's where you come from too, John. It's like, hey man, we're all just trying to, this is something I love. This is my collection, and let's just bring positivity. And that's what I really, really liked. And that's why Good Hats is what it is, because it's good hats, man. We want to spread that good.
Absolutely.
Is John frozen again? His internet?
I think he froze. Yeah. He should come back to us though. Or he's just shocked. He's just in awe.
He's in shock and awe.
Because TJ called him the godfather of hats.
Yeah. He just kept reading it over and over. Or he's just shocked. He's just in awe.
He's in shock and awe.
Because
I think he's watching it.
Oh no, we lost him.
No, John,
no.
come back.
He blacked out.
With you.
My internet
There he goes.
sucks. My internet sucks, but I'm still following on Facebook. So I hear you guys.
Nice.
Oh, that's great.
We need to get a GoFundMe for John's internet.
Yes.
We do.
Please.
Because we want John on many more episodes, so we do need to do that.
Yes, and you know what? Maybe you should plug yourself here, John, or do you want me to do it? Your little segment on that you got going on every week. Oh, he's deep freeze again.
He's thinking about it. He's gonna need a few minutes to think about it.
Look,
I gotta work on my freeze pose.
I know, right?
That was a good one, though.
That was a good one.
I did it again.
All right.
Do it again.
So John has.
I can't even tell now.
Yeah, you're good. You're good right now.
You're good right now.
Okay.
So you have a little segment
like
on
the rabbit ear with the aluminum foil or something.
views from the. But when you do views from the vault, it records real nice.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know.
So
It is.
you have.
It is what it is.
So what days a week do you have that, John?
What's that? I don't even know what we're talking about now.
Oh, poke the bear. Don't poke the bear.
Oh, I record it. I do it every other week. I'll record it. I send it to Pierre, and then whenever Pierre feels like posting it, usually I'll send it to him. He'll reply to me. I'll say, yeah, I don't know if this is any good. He'll send it back to me and say, this is great. And then it's posted 20 minutes later, and I don't even know it's been posted. And then I'll start getting a message here or there, oh shit, I guess he posted. Oh, sorry. I guess he posted it.
Hey, we're all
It
sailors
just happens.
here.
That's how Pierre works though. That's what Pierre does though. He's sneaky like that. He'll say he's going to do. He'll say, yeah, I don't know when I'm going to do that. And meanwhile, he's already 3 steps ahead of you.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So John has a little thing called "Don't Poke the Bear," and it's great on views from the vault. So if you get a chance, go to YouTube and look up views from the vault and "Don't Poke the Bear." That's great stuff.
I've caught a few of those. Those are awesome.
Definitely make sure you check that out. Yeah, I mean, more John Beare. Why would you not want to watch that? It's John, it's the Godfather of hats.
They're putting out a lot of great content. They really are.
They absolutely
a lot of great stuff. And we did a thing. We did a thing. In my past life.
He's grabbing
on another. We called it Team Fitted TV, TFTV. And we had a bunch of people who did, Big Dave. He had the Big Dave show.
Oh, nice.
Got that fitted.
Nice. Like NWO kind of.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. See, TFTV. Ooh, where is it?
Oh, yeah.
Brett
nice.
Swartz had Swartz Days. Thursdays. I think his was Thursdays. That's how long it's been. And then
Worst Collection
Wednesdays. Yeah, that was Joe's. And then I had the Interstate 19 report. So that's where it started. We were just a couple of guys who we just had our own content. We were just trying to just build interest, just get some eyeballs on our channel. And it was pretty cool. And then it just kind of fizzled out a little bit. And so, I think that's been 2-3 years now. TJ probably knows because TJ's like an encyclopedia of this kind of stuff. He just knows everything. He probably knows the individual dates of every episode. He's like an episode guide. But you know, to see what Pierre and Leon and Jason and what they've done with views, what it's turned into, you know, that was like our dream. That's what we wanted. We wanted to see that happen, and to see it happen, I think it's just amazing what they've done. You know, it's just amazing. And everybody should check it out. Even if you're not really into hats, you know, maybe it's just kind of a, you know, a passing curiosity. Just the interaction, just the human interaction between everybody.
Oh,
Am I back?
There you go.
Yep.
I think you're back.
There we go. Yeah, just check it out. Trust me, check it out.
Yeah, and he's coming up with more segments. Like they have Combo Wombo.
Neil, yep.
Neil's great. And he has the jersey and the hat pairing. I know we've been in talks with maybe some sort of artist-driven shows as well, and doing something like that. And they just launched Clink Vision today. I don't know if you were able to see it, but the premiere of Clink Vision went on. And that was the guys in Casey over at Clink Room came up with 5 concepts. And then from the 5 concepts, they paired with 5 designers.
Okay.
So if you get a chance.
That's pretty cool.
Yes. And since they already assigned me the concept, I will let you guys know what I'm doing for Clink Vision since we're here. It is the fart squirrels.
The fart squirrels.
Yes. The fart squirrels.
Oh, that ought to be good.
Dream job right there. You got this.
Yeah.
So
nice to know all that hard work paid off.
It's like an old-timey nickname for skunks. They were
That
called
makes
fart squirrels.
That makes sense.
And what's so funny, if you watch the show, within TJ, I know. Within like a few minutes of after they got the concepts, they're like, oh yeah, let's let John do fart squirrels. I was like, really,
Hey,
guys?
if anybody could make a skunk cool, it's you.
I already want to pre-order. I don't even want to know what it looks like.
You know it's going to be
I'll
awesome.
put my money down. That's
Yes.
going to be awesome.
So tomorrow, if you guys tune in, you will see so what's happening is these 5 artists. It's like me, I think Jacobo, Jason, Aurelian, and who was the other one? I can't think of the other one. We all got assigned a design. So tomorrow on the show, Casey's the guys are all gonna give feedback. We don't like this. We want this change. So all that kind of stuff, and then we'll make the changes. So it's a whole segment of different shows that are going to go on through the whole process. And then all 5 designs will make pre-order, so you'll be able to do that.
Oh,
Very nice.
how cool to be able to see it from, like when it's first assigned to you to as it goes. That's awesome, man. I can't wait to see what you do with the fart squirrels. Yeah, never thought I'd say that word, fart squirrels.
I call them the skank squirrels.
There you go.
So you guys are assigned these. So somebody comes up with these. ahead of
So what happened on the show? Casey revealed they have thousands of names of different teams, right? Because they've been doing Brandios forever. So these were some of the ones that Casey had just stashed away, and he presented them to the guys on VFT, Views from the Vault. So then the guys were like, okay, we like this one. So they kind of went through the 10 and narrowed it down to 5. And then they would be like, okay. But it was so funny. Like the first design that they're like fart squirrel. And it was not even Pierre or Leon, right? Or Jason. It was Munfu. Munfu's all, I like fart squirrels. I think that's going to be cool. And Pierre's all, let's have John do it. And it was over.
Pierre has spoken.
And they're like, yeah, I agree. Let's have John do it. I'm like, all right, fart squirrels. Here we go.
That's amazing.
Perfect.
Yeah,
That's going to be great. I can't wait to see what that looks like.
Yeah, me either.
Amazing. Me neither.
Actually, it's done. But you guys, if you want to see it, you can tune into the show tomorrow and check it out.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
that's a really cool part of the process too. From a design, because this is the Mojave greens. That's really the first time I've been involved in a design to kind of see it come to life. And when John's showing us some of the concepts, some of the early ideas, it's really easy. This is for anybody who's never been in my position, and because I'm not an artist, I can barely do stick figures. John's like, hey, I got a stick figure logo. No, but to have an idea and to have somebody as talented as John is to kind of start to bring it to life. It's real easy to look at the first thing he puts forward and go, oh, that's amazing. That's amazing. That is, and we all did that.
Yep.
And then he tinkers with it, and then he tinkers with it some more. And then after a while, you're like, well, I don't know which one I'm looking at anymore. They all look so great. And then bam, he comes up with this, and it's like, oh, that's the one. They're all great, but it's just interesting to watch the process play out, and to see the final product is just like, wow, it's an amazing feeling.
Yeah,
It's
for this
amazing.
one, so the process in which this one was, I think we all thought like an M, right? Let's do an M, a snake that's an M, and because let's be honest, originally we were going to run this through Clink Room, and it was up on Clink Room. For the crits, but never, Casey had told me letter designs don't do very good. So, we're going to go ahead and pass on it. But so I felt bad, and I was like, man, it's such a great design. John Beare, I want to get this made. So, through some avenues, and thank you, by the way, John, because that helped create good hats in a sense, So, through some avenues, I was able to get it done. But what was interesting is even presenting it to, different people that do these kind of things. They said, you never want to make a logo after the team's nickname, like the Greens, because we called them the Mean Greens, right? And so I was like, yeah, but the G is just so natural. Like the lowercase g for the snake is just so natural. And so I remember I did a sketch, and you guys were like, yeah, that's it. And so when I illustrated it up, that was it. We were good on that one. But, we did have the M's. I did do a few M's just to do it. But, I think, who was it? One of the guys in Hat Club had done one for the Mambas as an
Right.
M.
Yeah.
And so that was one of the other things. I didn't want to, ours looked completely different, but I didn't want to have anything close.
Right.
So.
Maybe we'll do that as an alternate someday. An alternate.
We're gonna do the greens, but it was Chimuko. Thanks, TJ. Yeah, it was Chimuko. I couldn't remember.
TJ knows everything.
But this one is cool, man. But we could do it might be kind of cool doing a California king snake colorway.
Ooh,
Oh
very nice.
yeah.
You could even do a Diamondbacks colorway. So there's a lot of things we can do with the mean greens. You know what I mean?
I
That would be
can't
awesome.
wait to see. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I mean, just this in any different colorway, I'm there.
That
Absolutely.
king snake one. Wow.
Yeah.
Black and white. You can't go wrong with that. So, but we'll see what happens. This one is definitely a keeper. The black with the green eyelets and it just pops. It's so good. Yeah, and then we have
Yes.
our High Desert Joshua Tree logo on the back. So
Yep.
Yeah. This is definitely high desert right here. So
Oh yeah.
it's an honor, absolutely, to be able to own this and wear this, and to have been a
Yes.
part of it all. And I'm so happy to see, good hats, come of this, and to see what you come out with in the future. What are the best ways for people to follow you on Good Hats, so that way they can, keep an eye out for those shock drops and future pre-orders?
So Good Hats does have an Instagram. It's just Good Hats Co. You can follow me at Ink Park as well. Ink Park Co. Pierre is like Captain America.
Cap _
America. Yeah, you can follow him. You guys always repost when we drop stuff, so you can follow the Pastrami guys. And the next time we have a big drop, we'll definitely come on show off some hats and get some when we get the hats in hand, and then we'll go from there, man. Because we have one pre-order that we did, and that was the kid, and that pre-order closed, and we had a good amount of pre-orders too. So I was really happy with that. We sold quite a few, but that one's going to be amazing. So that one's after Ted Williams, and that was a Beare one. He always wanted to do a Ted Williams triple crown. And so all the crowns are going to be in gold stitching, and it's just going to be a fantastic hat. So
I can't wait.
And then we have two more coming with that one. So we have this Legend series that we're doing, me and Beare. So Ted Williams was the first, and then the next one you guys are going to really like. So
I can't wait.
I can't tell you. I can't tell you.
Well, we look forward to when that news drops, because wow, that got me excited. I'm huge MLB fan, so yeah. Make sure you guys follow Good Hats, follow Ink Park, follow Beare, Captain America, follow Interstate 19, follow Pastrami Nation. And before we do sign off, I do want to remind everybody we're giving away a $50 HatClub gift card so you could buy your own cap. Just leave a comment. That's the way you enter. You have until Sunday at midnight Pacific Standard Time, and we will announce the winners on Monday. So I do want to thank John Beare and Jon Ramirez for joining us. It's always a pleasure to have you two on here.
Our hats off to you guys.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And as always, visit pastramination.com for news, reviews, and more. Thank you, everybody, and we hope you have a good evening. Take care.